Hello, 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 and welcome to the 4th ever M.E.A.T video. Now, I hope you like tyranids because there have been a lot of new releases for them, and some other stuff coming up for me on the channel, so wait for that. Let's get into it. Now, all of those bugs that we saw, I think it was a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I can't remember when, but we saw lots of new tyranids being revealed for that Battle of Ogrim thing they won, blah blah blah. Including this guy, little brain Lichter, he's pretty cool, I don't care. This guy, the M.M.E.A.T or something, I don't know. His name's too big, he's just a Kaiju. I mean, come on, this is straight out of Pacific Rim. This is a monster. This is 2 wings away from a demon dragon. This is cool. He's got 2 brains, which is interesting and I love. His hands are he's got 6 fingers it looks like per hand. Is that, I don't know. But this guy, he's awesome. I love his face, it's very scary. I think that you can make him 2 ways, but I don't know. And I wonder, does he come? Does this base thing he's on, does that come with him? Because, I mean, that's really cool. I like the little tyranidy bits coming out of it, the weird section of floor. Very nice. And I mean, the one thing I would say about this model that I don't like is these flesh vent things. I don't know what they are. They just seem a bit too tall. I wish I could, bump them down a bit to like here where they tip off. Because I've not actually painted, I've not even opened my Leviathan box yet. I'll have an unboxing of that in the future, subscribe to see that. But I've not even unboxed it and I've already thought of how I'm going to paint them, and it uses a lot of contrast paints. And I'm worried they'll just all run down this. So you'll just have a big pool of contrast here and like a slightly tinted thing up here. But other than that one complaint, this guy's awesome. And here's what I'm looking forward to the most in this box. What else? Oh yes. Yes. The BiovorPiover and Pyrovore, I don't know what they're called. These little spiders are not only adorable, I love their little faces, but they're really cool. Them, along with the M.M.E.A.T Kaiju, whatever, are probably the models that I'm going to get. I mean, I'm not made of money, I can't get everything. Everything they've released for the tyranids, in that big release they did for Battle of Ogrim, they were all awesome. But I think the BiovorPiover and the M.M.E.A.T are the ones I'm going to go for. Comment down below what your favourite new Tyranid release model is. It can be, I'll include stuff from Leviathan, and all the new Tyranid models they're releasing recently. Any of them. Comment down below which one your favourite is. But yeah, I imagine they'll probably come in one box, and you can either make a BiovorPiover, because it's the same thing with a different gun on top, really. I imagine it will be one box, and you can pick the weapon that goes on top. I doubt you'll get a box with both of them in together. They might be sold separately, but I highly doubt it. But yes, they're really cool as well. The Hormagons, the Termagants with knife hands, they're alright. I really like their poses. I mean, the leaping, the running, snarling, the face, they're awesome. They also look like I'm going to knock them over a lot if I paint them. They are really hanging over those bases, like that tail's going over the back, the arms and face going over the front. This guy, look how tall he is, I'm going to knock him over, definitely. And these connection points, I'm going to need to glue them down at least. But they're pretty cool. The Lichters, fuck off. Show me, there we go, the Lichters. The Lichters are awesome. I thought the Von Ryan's Leapers were going to replace the Lichters when I saw them in Leviathan, but the Lichter new models, they're pretty cool. They're just a bigger Von Ryan Leaper, really. There's a lot of pink on this model, the way they've painted it. I like that. But yeah, just bigger Lichter. Gene Stealers. Little Gene Stealer dudes. Pretty cool. I'm not that fussed. The first time I saw them when they revealed these new models, I was like, I don't like that. But I've grown to like them slightly more. I think it's just the paint job. I don't think they look good in this paint job. But pretty cool models. Massive heads. The Mega Lichter. I like his cloak. He's got a cape thing, jacket, cloak thing. I don't know what functional purpose it would serve a bug to have that, but it looks cool. And yet again, does he come with this part of his base? Is that in the box with him? I don't know. And then you got all the Termagants with new weapons. I have to say, some of these weapons are weird looking. Like, these look like rotten strawberry spike things. I don't know why you'd want that. He's got a long gun, which is pretty cool. There's one that has a sack thing on his back. And a weird gun. Don't know what that is. This guy's just got the... I don't know their names. Bigger gun boy gun. Don't know why it's painted like Behemoth when he's not. Don't understand it, but hey. It's weird that they'd put that on a Termagant to me. I don't see why it couldn't stay on the guy it was on already. But, what next? Is it the book? Yeah. Anyway, before we get on to the next thing, I just want to say, I really hope they don't release these like they have been recently. With like the Strike Force Augustus and the thing I'm going to show you next, a lot of new models are just being released in a box together. So if you only want one of the new models, you have to wait for it to get sold separately. If you don't have the money to buy it in a box, and if you don't want everything in the boxes aren't really worth it. So I really hope they don't get released in a box together. Yes, it's a nice money deal. It's cheaper than buying them separately. And if you do want everything in the box, great for you. But if you don't want everything in the box, you have to wait for ages. And I don't want to have to wait like a month or two for the M.M.E.A.T and the BiovorPiover. And also, the Strike Force Augustus stuff, that box came out ages ago. I've finished painting that box. That's how long ago it came out. And I still haven't seen any of those models get sold separately. But on to the next thing. This. Combat Patrol Tyranids. This is essentially the Tyranids half of Leviathan minus the Screamer Killer, I think. And the Neurogaunts and the big brain bug. So in other words, if you don't like brain bugs and you don't like the Screamer Killer, this is Leviathan. Or just the Tyranid side. But I'm fine with that. I mean, there are those guys that have the big guns, 2 Termagants, some Von Ryan's Leapers, that guy and that guy. If you want to get into Tyranids, this would be a good box for you. If you didn't already get Leviathan. Not much else to say about this. I mean, I don't know. I don't play 40k. I don't play the game, so I don't know if points wise these are good units to have in a box together. I do remember seeing a video. I'm not an expert on the game, but I remember seeing a video that like this guy, the leaders can attach to units, and apparently he's not very good at attaching to any of these units. There's no point in doing it. I don't know. If you just paint like me and you don't care about the game and you want to paint Tyranids, this would be great for you. Other than that, this little guy. This reminds me of a bee for some reason. I don't know why, but this looks like a bee to me. But yeah, it's a pretty cute little ship. Not much else to say about that. Looks straight out of Star Wars. Anything else? And then some books for anyone who cares about reading. Also this week I unboxed my first ever Horus heresy kit. I believe that video comes out on the 30th. When's that? Wednesday? Wednesday this week, I think, that video comes out. If you want to see me unbox some Mark III Marines, then go check that out. First ever look at the Horus Heresy models in person. Pretty nice. And I'm working on the Death Corps of Krieg from my Kill Team unboxing, so if you'd like to see them, they'll probably... I think I'll finish painting them maybe end of this week, next week-ish. You could expect a video on that. I mean, I've just finished base coating most of them, so a bit of highlighting and then they should be done. There'll be a video on that. I would say next week, and probably not this week. Might be, but probably not. Well, that's all for this week's meet. Pretty good if you like Tyranids. If not... Oh, yes! I forgot. Wednesday, 9 PM US time, 2 AM Thursday, UK time. Who's watching it at 2 a.m? But anyway, they're doing a thing. They're on. I'll put a picture of it up somewhere probably. They're releasing all the new Space Marine models, I believe. Then, and some other stuff probably. So if you're in the US, I hope you enjoy it. If you're in the UK, I wouldn't bother waking up at 2 a.m. for it. I'd wait and watch it in the morning when you wake up. But yeah, other than that, goodbye. Next week's meet will be on those guys. Goodbye.